Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are doing well and I hope you're excited for a brand new speed build today. So we are still working on my save file, of course. I'm just probably going to stop saying that because all of my builds are going to be for my save file. But we are working on a build in Magnolia Promenade. We're on apartment number 3. I cannot remember how many there are, not gonna lie. I'm not sure whether it's 4 or 6. So yeah, not too far to go and we will complete this build, but I did decide today to do a build for a family of, gosh, how many? 7? I think it's 7. We have a single parent, we've got a single mom, we have a teenage girl, we have 4 children girls, and we have an infant girl. So there are 7 of them, so it's quite chaotic. It's a very busy house. I really like the layout of this particular apartment. I think that the color scheme turned out really nice. I did decide to go for like a darker theme for a change, which I don't normally do anymore. But I did decide to go with like a black and white kind of theme with a touch of cream as well. I think it turned out really nice. I'm so used to doing like beige and white, which of course is probably my favorite, but I think it's nice for a change to do something a little bit different. This is quite a modern kitchen, so I don't know, I just think this apartment's kind of bringing out like more of a modern vibe to me. I'm not really sure why, but yeah. I think it's quite pretty, and we are using the new kit items, which are stunning. These sofas are honestly just like beautiful. There are quite a few items though that I'm like, I don't understand what they are. There's like a necklace kind of thing, and there was something else as well. Oh, that stingray item, and there's a bird. I don't really get it. I know they're decorative, but yeah, I don't really see the purpose of them. But anywho, I did really like some of the items as well, so it's not all strange. Some of the items are really nice. These sofas in particular, and this kind of like divider that I did just include on that wall, I think they are really pretty, so I did include those for today. I also have a little bit of an update. I will probably not be posting much on YouTube from just like the whole of December. I have an extra week in the theatre job now. I have an extra role. I'm doing costume as well, which is so exciting. Honestly, I'm so excited. It's my first time in a professional theatre. I've done a lot of shows in the past, but in like education kind of setting in college and uni, and I know what I'm doing, but I haven't done it in a professional setting before, so I'm so excited for my first kind of like proper use of my degree, if you will. It's definitely a struggle to get theatre work when you live in the countryside because it's very few and far between, so I'm so grateful and I'm so excited. But I won't be on YouTube as often because obviously I'll be preoccupied, so I just want to let you guys know. I'll try and pre-film as much as I can, but obviously it won't be as much as I usually post, so if I'm not around, nothing's wrong. I'm just really busy and doing something that I really love, so just to let you guys know in advance. But now we're moving on to the bathroom. This particular apartment does end up having 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, which is pretty good considering it's quite small. We do have a room for the teenage girl, then we have a room for the 4 children, and then the mum does share with the infant, but her bedroom is teeny tiny. There's not really much in there, but I think that it turned out really nice. I mean, technically I probably should have put the teenager in the smaller bedroom considering the mum has the infant, but I didn't, and I wasn't going to change it once I started, so it is what it is. But I think it turned out really nice. I really like the colour scheme and the layout of each of these rooms. I just wish they were like a smidge bigger, but you know, they're apartments, so what are you going to do? I will probably do some different style apartments soon in terms of the interior, because I'm hoping to do kind of a little bit more of an array of options for my builds, because I have done quite a lot of like, you know, classic suburban kind of style, which I know calling an apartment suburban is kind of strange, but they just have like a very like classic Sims vibe to them, which of course I adore, and I know you guys probably favourite that as well, but I don't just want that to solely be my content, so I have been trying to do a little bit more modern. I think personally I would prefer to live in that kind of environment, but when I do building in the game, I just really like doing like classic Sim style with like yellows and blues and beige, and just, I don't know, it's got a different sort of colour scheme to it, a colour palette in my mind of like what works for certain builds. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I am trying to do some different things. So if you have any suggestions of styles you'd like to see, do let me know. Or if you wouldn't like me to change anything, also let me know. But side note, it's been snowing today and it's been hailing, and I have to go outside in like an hour and a bit, and it's probably going to be freezing, and I don't have a coat. God, I love it. I need to buy a new one. I need to do like a proper like winter shop. I've been living in like my pajamas because why not? I mean, cozy gaming in pajamas, I mean, yes please. Miss Introvert over here is living the best life. But I need to get a new coat because it is definitely getting colder and I can just see white all over the roofs, so gotta love it. I do not like the cold, although I really hate the heat as well, so can't really win, but I'm definitely more of a winter girly than a summer girly. I do not like summer. I like winter because it's just kind of like a reset season. It's just really chill and calm. But anywho, moving back on to the build, we're still working on the teenagers room. A little bit of the backstory for this particular family. I was thinking that perhaps the mum was a stay-at-home mum. I think maybe that she does claim like benefits and such for her children so that they can, like, you know, eat and survive. I think perhaps she's kind of got like a quite complex medical history, so I think she does get some money off the like Sims government. Imagine if they had a government. So I don't necessarily think that she works all the time, so she does get some help to be able to afford to stay in this apartment. But I think maybe she has like side hustles, maybe she's got like an Etsy account, maybe she does like crochet or sewing or I don't know, knitting in the game. But I think maybe she's like quite crafty, but I think that she is a little bit on the like struggling side of things, but she's doing her best and all of the girls are provided for, so you know, it's definitely a very chaotic household having 6 daughters, which is crazy, but you know, she does her best, and what more can you ask from any person than to do their best? So we're now moving on to the other children's room. I did try and include quite a lot of clutter in this room. I wanted to kind of like fill it up as best I could, and there's a lot going on in here. But I think it turned out really nice. I did include quite a lot of pink stuff, and I don't know, I just think it's a really nice little room. But obviously, because there are quite a lot of people living in here, it would be ideal to have more spaces, but what you're gonna do is what it is, isn't it? So yes, I am nearly done in this girl's room, and then we move on to the mum's room. But like I said, the mum's room is really tiny, and if I'd have thought about it, I probably should have swapped them around and put the girls in here and given the mum and the baby the bigger room. I mean, it's only like 1 tile bigger, as in like 1 wall, like slide over bigger, but you know, ideally we probably would have done that, but what can you do now? It's finished. But yes, I will be uploading all of these builds individually, but I haven't done so yet because I have to go through and edit every single one of them, and honestly I just carry on building and I don't get around to editing them. But they will all be a part of my save file, obviously, but I will upload them separately for people who don't want to download the save file as like a whole file. So if you would like to build with them or use them or play in them, whatever, they will be uploaded at some point. I just can't guarantee exactly when, but they will be up at some point. But anywho, I am going to end the voiceover because we are coming to the end of the video, and like always, I will just ramble on forever. So I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry that I wasn't here yesterday or the day before. I've been redecorating, so I wasn't at my PC until last night, and honestly, the space that I'm in is so much nicer. I'm so excited. But yes, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all of your love and support as always. But like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, turn the notification bell on. It really helps out my channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another speed build. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye, my lovelies.
I got blood on my hands right now, and I'm stumbling through the dark in the dawn. I have found new ways, but no, I can't be the one that you need. Yeah, you know what I've done in the past. Still you say you and I, we can last. I have found new ways, but no, can I be the one that you need? Then I changed my mind. Maybe we got time to make this right. Can I be the one that you need? Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this heart, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine. I can't be the one that you need. Maybe if I change the way I love it.